I'm your host, Stassi Schroeder. Welcome to Tell Me Lies, the official podcast. What's the most unhinged thing of season 3?
Steven, because he's so evil.
I do think he is misunderstood.
You see everyone face consequences.
It's intoxicating. The writers just know how to trick you. There's always a twist in this show.
It's nothing you would expect.
Tell Me Lies, the official podcast, now streaming, and stream the new season of Tell Me Lies on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Hello and welcome back to Victory Drive, everybody. I want to first off apologize. I've got a little bit of a cold, kind of got the sniffles, so I apologize if I sound a little nasally. And on this episode, if there's some mild sniffling or hacking, I'm going to do my best to cut as much of that out as possible because it's fucking annoying. And I don't need you guys listening to that the entire episode, so I'm going to do my best. But if there's a few that get snuck in there, I apologize. It is what it is. The show must go on. But, you know, so I did have a bit of a cold. I continue to still have a bit of a cold today. This was recorded yesterday. I had my brother Jordan Johnson in. We talked, we kind of bullshitted a little bit right in the beginning there. Just getting getting caught up and talking about some music stuff, some frustrations he's seeing in the music scene with his band Goalie Fight. Playing some shows, getting out there and doing their thing. And so we talked about that for probably the first half of the episode or so. So if you're not into that kind of thing, then, skip ahead or whatever else. I, prefer that you listen to the whole thing through, obviously, but just want to be upfront and honest. And then after a brief interlude to blow my nose, we got into the main topic that I wanted to talk about. I'm sure you guys have heard about it already and know all about it. If you haven't, then this will be a good episode for you to get caught up on some of the gun industry shit, I guess. So Sig Sauer, they've been in some deep water lately with the Sig P320. So we talk about that controversy for like the last half of the episode and kind of going back and forth on that subject and just how kind of ridiculous it is, how Sig's stance is and all that good stuff. I don't want to, get too far into it in the intro here, obviously, but that's what the last half of the episode's about. So if you guys, obviously from the title of the show and everything of this episode, that's to be up front and forefront in the episode. So hopefully you guys enjoy the episode. I know I am kind of wanting to get into more specific topics here and there, because I think that's one thing I've kind of been lacking on a little bit in Victory Drive. These, kind of sitting down and just hitting record and going to town with guests is always fun. I'm also trying to get more and more in-person guests because, let's face it, over the phone and remote podcasts are good for what they are. Technology is getting better and better every day, and I think I've got that down pretty well when it's warranted. But I really want to do more face-to-face, because just like we saw during the pandemic and stuff, it's like when you get face-to-face with somebody and actually in the same room, it's just way better, more constructive conversation and interactions when you're actually face-to-face with somebody. So I'm trying to do more of that going forward. So this is kind of, and you're going to be hearing from my brother a lot more. I think it's going to be more constructive as well, having more of a recurring guest / maybe host role in the future and stuff too with Jordan. So you guys will be hearing more from him. I just like sitting down with my brother. I'm really comfortable with him. He's like one of my best friends. So it's fun getting together and talking about all this stuff. So anyways, the episode, you guys will hear it. You're going to like it, I think. So moving on. Victory Drive is brought to you by Grizzly Coolers. Grizzly Coolers, they are the leader in the cooler game, I do feel. They, especially out here in the Midwest, man, you see so much Grizzly stuff running around out here. They're very, very supportive of the local economy up in the Midwest. Around my area, everything's Grizzly. It's just they're doing a really great job marketing towards their, those that are closest to them, because they're made right down the road in Decorah, Iowa. So Grizzly Coolers is just a great company making really great products. And they've got on the show really early. I just really appreciate everything they did for Victory Drive. And also they make some really, really good stuff. And I don't know if you saw the new coolers, the Betsy Ross flag cooler, the Don't Try Me cooler, and the other one. I can't remember the third one off the top of my head, but they came out with some really American branded coolers, which are really, really neat, I think. So if you guys are interested in a new cooler or need to get into some new drinkware or a new tower blind situation, then check out grizzlycoolers.com and use code WCB to save some money and support the show and the network. I've also got Huntworth gear. They are great products for a great price. Great camo, great clothing for a great price. If you guys are looking into getting some new camo for turkey season, check out Huntworth gear and pick some up. Check it out. Use code WCB15 to save some money at Huntworth there as well. And we've also got my parents' diner, Beckmar Diner, right here in Osage, Iowa. Great home cooked meals. If you're in the area, check them out. Great stuff. Anyways, that's pretty much about it. I am going to mention Patreon one time here. All the Patreon members, I really appreciate all of you in there. They're already in there that got on it early and really helped support the show when I launched it. So if any of you are looking to join Patreon, check it out. I really appreciate everyone in there and further supporting the show. Tiers are pretty cheap. I want to keep them pretty cheap because I'd rather have more people in there, but I am putting more exclusive content on there that maybe we don't want to put on social media out there for everything. And also it's just kind of setting the groundwork for like a grassroots type of show, I think. So just giving you guys an opportunity to give back and further support the show if you want to. That's pretty much about it. Hopefully you guys enjoy this episode with Jordan, my brother, and talking about some SIG shit and some music stuff.
Biggest hardcore band in the world right
Yeah,
now.
dude. Terror fucking rules.
Yeah, one of the best.
I really enjoy them.
Probably one of the most influential hardcore bands.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. I think that's pretty... Them and Madball, they're pretty fucking...
Oh, yeah,
influential
Madball's
too.
legends.
Yeah, Madball rules. We've seen them live with Hatebreed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they fucking ruled. They still
Yeah.
together?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't think they're ever going to stop.
Yeah, I don't think so either. They've been together since like the 80s, haven't they?
Yeah. Yeah, the singer is the brother to the vocalist for Agnostic Front.
Oh, okay. Are they still together?
Yeah. They just played in Nebraska not too long ago. Actually, one of the tattoo artists at Red Owl tattooed the bassist recently.
No shit.
Yeah.
Of Agnostic Front.
They just stopped through. Well, that guy, his name's Pete. He was pretty active in like the hardcore punk scene in like the 90s and shit in the Midwest. He knows a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Kind of blows my mind. He gets like backstage tickets to like fucking... He went backstage for like Dropkick Murphys recently, and
No shit.
yeah, he gets like Pennywise came through last summer. I think he got VIP backstage. He got the shit for free
Really?
to go there and hang out with them. You just know
That's
the
cool.
people. Yeah,
From Red Owl Tattoo? Mm-hmm. That's where you're going. That's where Kevin's at?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Pete owns it. He owns the place.
Okay. Pete been tattooing for a long ass time too?
Yeah, he's been tattooing for like 30 years, I think.
Damn. Who's all there? Like how many artists they have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people, I think.
5 people.
3 girls.
3 girls, 2 dudes?
Yeah.
Are you counting the owner in this?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he's still actively tattoos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long does it take for you to get an appointment there?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the wait time with Kevin?
Week.
Really?
Yeah, I usually book out like a month just because I get one and then I wait a month, then I get another one, wait a month. Or 2 or 3 weeks or whatever.
I've been thinking about getting some more tats. He does a lot of like traditional stuff, doesn't he?
And he does a lot of different shit.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't really know what his like go-to style is yet.
Okay.
Like a specialty. He's just kind of, he's only been doing it for like a year and a half or so, maybe 2 years.
Okay. Because I want to do more of a traditional sleeve on my left arm, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what yet.
If you want to get in the weeds on it, if you get traditional tattoos, they're not supposed to be sleeves. It's supposed to be patchwork. But that's if you're talking elitist stuff. I'm not an elitist.
I'm not an elitist. I'm not an elitist on anything. I just go by what I want.
Yeah. That's what you should do.
Same with like hunting and shooting and stuff like that. It's like I talk about this quite a bit on this podcast about like gun hunting versus bow hunting and stuff, that kind of shit. And at the end of the day, I'm not an elitist towards anything. I just want to do as much as I can in this life before I hit the dirt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I feel you. I'm an elitist on one thing. I wouldn't say an elitist, but I'm a gatekeeper. Drum triggers.
Well, that kind of makes sense. You're a drummer.
Yeah, I just don't like them. I don't know why. I just hate the way they sound.
I don't like the way they sound either, honestly.
You can fucking hear it. It like cuts through the mix above everything else in the kit. There's a right way to do it.
Yeah.
But the way people do it now is not. Because what you're supposed to do is go in the studio, record a sample of your bass drum perfectly tuned, muffled right, and then sample it, and then use that as the sample for your trigger. But and you're supposed to turn the sensitivity down. It's supposed to be at like probably 40%. What they do is they just download a fucking MIDI sample that sounds like a fucking machine gun, and then they turn the sensitivity up to like 90%, so that if they just fucking touch it, it's a full stroke.
Yeah. Well, even then, it doesn't sound the same.
No.
It sounds like
It's
really
mixed, and it's always mixed terribly.
Yeah, it sounds very manufactured.
Yeah. Doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound like a bass drum.
No. Because they do that in concerts. They have live trigger too, right?
Yeah, they trigger on live, yeah.
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 But would it what would be a good example of a good band that doesn't trigger? They just like do most bands like just mic up or most bands triggering?
All depends. If it's like if they're playing like 200 BPM and like 30-second notes, then they're most likely going to trigger because it's just 30-second notes are just too fast to play at over 200 BPM.
And actually have a solid
because the bass drum is going to get all muddled up.
Yeah.
Even if you tune the bitch tight, it's still going to sound kind of muddy. You're not going to be able to get full power at that speed. And it's just, in my opinion, death metal. Death metal is awesome. I love death metal. I love old death metal mostly because, Obituary.
Right.
That kind of shit. Mm-hmm. But like the new death metal is just kind of fucking lame.
You're talking about like deathcore mostly?
Well, deathcore is really lame, but I mean like actual death metal is actually starting to get kind of lame. It's a race for who can be the fastest. And like, I don't know. I'm of the opinion that like, don't be like everybody else. Just be an artist and make something different.
Well, I don't think fast necessarily equates to skill. Like there is a skill that's part of it, being able to go fast, but also being able to dial it back and go slow is like another very important skill. I think the drummer from Kublai Khan talked about that in a podcast once. I think it was the Downbeat podcast. He's talking about drumming and stuff, and how he just went away from double kick almost altogether.
I did for a while too, but I'm back on it.
Yeah, I think it's good for rolls. Like when you're doing fills and stuff, and
doing fills,
rolls and whatnot. I don't know if rolls is the right terminology, but
yeah, if you want to crank the speed up, it's nice.
Yeah,
I mean you have to do it. Don't get me wrong, I can do a pretty fast single kick, but like, yeah, for something like especially the new shit that we're writing, you have to have a double pedal.
Yeah, I think it's a good skill. I think it does sound good. I still only am a fan of double pedaling, double kicking.
Yeah.
if you will. You know,
A band like Kublai Khan doesn't need a
No.
double bass pedal.
they're just in your face hardcore, dude.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
caveman shit.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing.
No, it's a good thing.
I don't mean that. I mean that as a term of endearment. Like, I think simple music is fun to listen to.
It is very simple and very good, though.
It's aggressive.
Yeah.
You can
really in your
understand it.
face. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. It gets you pumped up. It does what their goal, they're achieving their intended goal.
Yeah.
I think it was like, like pump you up and angry, like in your face music to get you jazzed up. I listen to them all the time in the gym.
Yeah.
Get you
no,
jazzed up.
It's good. I mean, it's not really my thing, really, I guess, but I mean, people like it. I can respect it. You know what I'm saying? I like their first album, and I'm that fucking guy. You know what I mean?
You are. You always have been, though.
No, I'm not. I'm really not. My favorite band in the world is Typo Negative. My favorite album by Typo Negative is their fourth one, World Coming Down. I think that's everything that you like about Typo Negative is in that record, and it's perfect. It's good.
How many records do they have out?
Let's talk about it, I guess. So you got Slow, Deep, and Hard, The Origin of the Feces,
What?
Bloody Kisses, October Rust, World Coming Down. What's the one after World Coming Down would be... Well, there's Life is Killing Me.
His Wife is Killing Me.
What?
His Wife is Killing Me?
No, Life is Killing Me.
Oh, Life is Killing Me. I said His Wife is Killing Me. I'm like, what?
There's one after that I'm completely blanking out on for some reason because I'm on the spot.
Yeah.
I want to say 7. I think there's 7 studio albums. They have a couple live albums too.
Okay.
I don't count those.
No. This is the same album. It's not new stuff, just live.
They do have stuff on there. It's not on their full length, though.
Oh, some little Easter eggs or gems in there, eh?
Yeah. But Peter
They've been
Steele,
around forever, though.
Peter Steele and a few other members were in a band before Typo called Carnivore. It's like a hardcore punk band. And their first record sounds just like Carnivore. So I'd say Slow, Deep, and Hard is probably the best Carnivore record, even though it's a Typo record. But
Okay.
yeah, Bloody Kisses is when it started turning into like the goth metal thing. And then October Rust is when I'd say they started getting really good at it. And in my opinion, just because it's a little more doom metal than goth metal, fucking World Coming Down is the best.
Okay.
Just my opinion.
I get it. I haven't listened to a whole lot of Typo Negative, but
Actually, a lot of bands, I would have to say I don't pick their first record as their best one. But I will pick their first record as the best one if it is legitimately their best one.
yeah.
Because sometimes they come into their sound and it's just, this is subjective opinion, dude. Like, I'm not saying objectively Kublai Khan's first record is the best one.
Right.
I just think it's the one that I like the most.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of opinion. Like even the I guess experts and stuff on the matter, it's really an opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's critic bullshit.
Yeah. If you're a music review guy or something like that, it's like it really is just your opinion. Like a lot of this stuff is just opinion based, Mm-hmm. And it depends on if it resonates with you or not, that opinion or not, Just like really anything else. That's really anything. Unless it's like historically or scientifically proven, it's really just opinion.
Yeah, and same with drum triggers. I just don't like them.
Yeah. A lot of people do.
A lot of people do. And it's because it cuts right through the mix, which is fine. If you like it, cool. It's not my thing. I don't like the sound of it. I also think that it's kind of stupid that people that use a full sampled MIDI trigger on their bass drum, why are they still lugging around their bass drum? Just bring an electronic drum pad and trigger it.
It's way easier to carry around.
Yeah, for sure. Especially now, a lot of them, what they're doing is they're putting the fucking trigger below their footboard.
What?
They're putting it below their footboard, so when it hits down, it hits the trigger.
So it might not
So
even be hitting the fucking head.
You don't even need a beater, really, unless you just want the weight to counteract it to get momentum.
That's cheese dicky. That's kind of cheese dicky.
I will say that's objectively stupid.
I think a lot of people can agree with that. You're not even hitting the fucking bass drum. So you're literally just bringing your kit in for show at that point.
Yeah.
Because even on an electronic kit, you have to hit the fucking pad.
Yeah.
So,
And some people do trigger their bass drums and also mic it, and they have the sensitivity on the trigger turned down so that they can get dynamics out of it and shit. So you can hit it lighter if it's like a lighter part of the song.
yeah,
and
it'll kind of even out a little bit.
Yeah.
I get that. I could get that. That would make sense, especially if you're playing live and you're playing in front of a bunch of people. You want it to sound good, like record good, you know? But a lot of times I go to concerts so it doesn't sound perfect.
Yeah, no, me too. I love it when a band like fucks up a little bit.
Yeah. Adds a little human into their set, you know?
Yeah, there's a band I really like called Sleep. And they always say in interviews, like, you go to one Sleep show, it's not going to sound anything like anything recorded. It's not going to sound like any other live show before. It's just going to sound different.
Yeah.
And nothing's going to be note for note, you know?
I like that.
Me too.
It took me a little bit when I was a kid to appreciate it, you know, because I'd be like, oh man, it sounds like way different than another album. But then you start realizing, well, yeah, they've been on tour for, 3 months and they're playing in Des Moines, Iowa. It's like, they're going to be a little bit raspier. The singer's going to be a little raspier. The guitarist's going to be a little bit tired. The drummer's going to be a little bit tired. Like, stuff like that. It all factors in. But I've grown an appreciation for it as I got a little bit older, I guess, just because it's like, yeah, the human element into the mix. And if they fuck up a little bit and you have like a tech malfunction, string breaks, and they're like, oh shit, and they have to throw the guitar out like in the middle of something and fix it real quick. It's like, I appreciate that.
Yeah. What I don't like, though, is when bands run in-ear monitors and they run a click track through it and they won't play unless they got a click track through their ears. That drives me fucking... Number one, click tracks drive me nuts.
That's just that's a personal thing, or you don't even like watching them when they're doing that?
I don't even like listening to them. Like if there's like a record recorded to a click, I don't even really like to listen to it, to be honest with you. I mean, I do. There are
you
bands...
can hear the click?
Almost every band now plays to a click. Huh?
You can't hear it, though. It's just in their ear.
Yeah. But you can hear it. The way that it's played, this is the big music nerd shit. But the way it's played is perfectly in time. Like you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And it's never going to be out of time. And if there's a tempo change, they programmed in the click to have a tempo change. It's just, to me, it sounds like it's manufactured, like it's just made by a computer.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, you're not even like, I guess it kind of takes like the feeling out of it a little bit more. Maybe.
Yeah, it does 100%. And that's why people, they don't know it, but that's probably why they don't like deathcore, is because it's just, number one, it's just stupid music. And number two is because it is perfectly, if they're good musicians, they're playing to the click exactly. If they're bad musicians, they're going to play to a click pretty close and they're going to quantize it in post. So they're going to edit the drums and everything so that's perfectly in time. Mm-hmm. They didn't play it in time. And then they're going to play live and they're going to play to a backing track. Fucking Rings of Saturn just got in trouble for that recently.
What do you mean playing to a backing track?
Like they're going to have their certain parts of their songs played so that they can essentially mime to it or play only part of the notes.
What?
Yeah.
Like lip
Rings of
syncing.
Saturn does it. A lot of bands do it. A lot.
Like lip singing.
Like lip syncing, yes.
Whoa, I didn't think that leaked in the metal world. That's crazy.
Oh, big time. And I'll say this, dude. I think a lot of these new like deathcore bands, metalcore bands too, are they don't have anything in common with the things that they are a subgenre. They are the subgenre to the genre. Like they don't sound anything like the genre anymore. Like I would say Spirit Box probably has more in common with EDM or rap than it does metal or hardcore.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Deathcore is no longer death metal mixed with hardcore. It's now just deathcore.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
It's its own thing.
Yeah.
Like you listen to Lorna Shore. Do you hear any hardcore or death metal in that?
Fuck no.
I don't. It's just its own thing now.
It is. It did definitely morph into its own thing.
And it's become so polished and pretty and perfect. That is, to me, it's bullshit because as a musician, when I listen to music, I want to listen to something that I can respect. Like I want to respect the musicians. But I can't respect like Rings of Saturn, knowing that the guitarist is going up there playing only like maybe a quarter of the fucking notes in the solos that he writes. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
can't
saying?
respect that either.
It's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's like...
And what it's doing is it's giving a false image to people. It's just like the fake veteran shit.
Yeah.
Like people are listening to it, and the people that don't know anything about making music, they listen to it and they're like, holy shit, that's fucking so good. That guy, he's a god on guitar, or he's a god on drums, or whatever. Or vocals, too. They're doing a lot of effects on vocals. Like all that animal shit, it's not real.
Animal shit?
Yeah, like the animal noises that they all make now, because
like
Will Ramos had that fucking stupid-ass To the Hellfire song, or whatever the fuck, Mona Shore song.
Yeah.
So now everybody wants to do that. So now everybody's putting effects on their vocals in post, and then they're playing that to a backing track, and then they're sort of growling to it live.
Yeah.
But they're not replicating that sound live naturally.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I think if you can't do it, then you shouldn't record it like you can.
That's my rule. We won't write any music that we can't play live.
Right.
None. And that includes any synthesizer parts, any samples, which we don't have anyway. But if we did work it in, we would have to work it in so that we could do it analog and we could do it live. No
crazy.
backing tracks. Backing tracks are fucking stupid.
Backing tracks are fucking stupid. I didn't even know they were doing that. I don't even know.
Well, have you ever seen a band live and you can hear like synthesizer in the background, but you don't see anybody playing a synthesizer?
Oh, yeah.
That's a backing
I've seen
track.
that. Right. No, and I get that, but I thought it was just for that specific thing. You know, like if they're like when bands are coming out, when they're walking out and there's like, whatever music playing as they're walking out and putting their shit on.
That's a sample. Yeah.
But I thought it was like when they have a synthesizer in the band, but no synthesizer in the band. That, the sound is there, but there's no one playing it. I thought it was just for that specific song or sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not the whole track. Not like,
I mean, sometimes it is. I mean, there's no like definite like they're playing. They're not always playing the backing track like the recorded studio album. Like they're not playing the whole thing. They're only playing parts of it.
Right.
In the backing track. And I don't have as much of an issue as including like a synthesizer or a sample or whatever into a backing track, as long as it's not guitars, drums, bass, or vocals.
Right. That's kind of where I'm at. I think I can look past if they add like a synth in there every once in a while. But if most of their songs have synth and they don't have a synth player, then you should probably just get a synth player.
Yeah, get a synth player for sure.
Yeah. But if it's like one song, one or two songs where they have some synth parts in the song, it's like, okay, I could probably see that, because otherwise what's that guy going to be doing the other 90% of the time?
Yep.
Standing there with his thumb of his butt,
Yeah. Yeah, no, bands are doing a lot of really stupid stuff now. And it's because of fucking social media.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not trying to be like an old guy gatekeeping shit or whatever, but it's just...
You are.
It's just lame. I don't know. And like you see bands playing live too now, and they bring like amp modelers and shit like that. So they don't have like guitar amps, like tube amps, or like guitar pedals, or like even fucking cabinets anymore. They just bring their like Kemper and then plug it in straight into the PA. So if you stick your head up past the monitors onto the stage, you won't hear any fucking sound on the stage except for the drums. But their bass drums are going to be triggered, because people that do this shit have triggered bass drums. So you're going to hear cymbals. It's going to sound like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
And a dude, you might be able to hear the dude screaming maybe.
Yeah.
But
yeah. No, that's a whole new can of worms. That's a lot of shit. But you are gatekeeping to an extent, but I think that's appropriate.
yeah, I think there needs to be more gatekeeping going on, to be honest with
There
you.
does need to be more gatekeeping. That's the same way in like the music industry, especially in metal music. That's why having like a lot of metal. I'm just generalizing. When I say metal, I mean like all of it, right? All the subgenres and stuff too. I'm just lumping it all together under metal, just for the sake of conversation here. But I feel like metal always had a really healthy. Not always. Some obviously get through, but there's a good amount of gatekeeping, and it did help weed out the shitty ones.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's important, because if you can get past the gatekeepers, then you're probably doing something right. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing for the whole genres, all the genres. I think there needs to be a healthy amount of gatekeeping. And the issue with like pop music and stuff in rap and that kind of music is the gatekeepers are the industry guys. They're the gatekeepers.
No, not anymore.
Music.
Not anymore, unfortunately, which is the problem. The industry now is... The metal music industry now is absolute fucking dog shit. It's become just a cesspool of fucking normies. And like, I'm passionate about this shit, so I'm sorry if I'm going on this bullshit for too long.
No, you're
but
good.
like, this is where I think gatekeeping is kind of important in like, especially like extreme music, metal, hardcore, shit like that. Because like, growing up, I didn't fit in very well, right? I didn't have a whole lot of people in this area that I could like have shit in common with.
Yeah.
Because I like punk and hardcore and shit like that. So I'd go to shows. And that's where I met a lot of best friends still to this fucking day. Like people I would consider like family. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now you're getting it so that like, again, Spirit Box is just the best example of this bullshit, or Fit for a King too. All that stupid shit is they're making EDM distorted guitar shit, which is what it is. People call it metalcore or hardcore. It's not fucking Converge. Like that's metalcore. Botch is metalcore. Earth Crisis is metalcore. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Earth Crisis is probably the best example of metalcore.
Hatebreed. Yeah. Metallic
Hatebreed.
hardcore is what it used to be called, but just got called metalcore, you know. But now, like, you're getting all these people that are they're not underground metal niche people. They're like, they're just fucking, they're coworkers now, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and there's a whole crop of new musicians coming up, quote unquote musicians that are like, I saw a reel the other day. It was called Baddiecore, and it was some fucking chick like rap,
my
shitty
God.
like, you know, Cardi B style rap
Yeah.
about like women empowerment or just being a hoe. Really is what it is. With fucking you know, the most shitty copy and pasted fucking
I can't
like
stand that.
metalcore guitar, and
Yeah.
dudes pretending to play these instruments like they know how to play them. And it's like how it was, how it used to be, how it still is to a certain extent in certain circles. You know, you get inspired, you find people that you have shit in common with that you don't in the real world,
Yeah.
and then you make shit to entertain them,
Right.
to bring them all together. You know, like that's the idea.
Yeah.
And it's not like that anymore. It's a fucking industry now. That's what drives me nuts. I hate the industry. Fuck the industry and everything it has to do with anything, because it's ruined it. It's starting to ruin it. I mean,
Oh,
it's just making the underground shit more underground, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. I just stay in my lane for the most part with this shit.
I will
Like,
say,
I don't walk around talking shit to people because they like Spirit Box. You know, like,
Right.
Spirit Box, cool, good for you. Like, don't listen to my band. You're not going to like it.
yeah. The thing is, like, I think with, do you think there's a rising tide situation going on though?
No.
No. So like, if some of those ones that maybe you don't like so much and everything else, but bringing a little bit more awareness to like heavier music.
No, I see.
Is
What
it
you're,
a
I
good
see.
thing?
I see what you're saying, and this is an argument as old as the fucking genre itself. Because a lot of people will say that, and I'm not saying that they're wrong, but they're wrong. Because look at like who Knocked Loose and Spirit Box are collaborating with. They're collaborating with rappers, pop stars. They're not bringing in fucking. Who would be a good example? You know, they're not bringing in like a more underground, like hardcore vocalist to spotlight his band's shit on a Knocked Loose track. They're bringing in Poppy.
Right.
You know, that's bullshit. That pisses me off. And that's why I think a lot of these bands are industry plants. Not Knocked Loose. I think Spirit Box is 100%, but they got the money. They want to keep the money. And that's all they care about now. They don't care about their fucking scene. They don't care about their homies. Like, they just legitimately just want to keep making money and secure their future for themselves. That's why
I get that.
So I don't think that's like a high tide raises all ships situation, because they're out for themselves at that point. Like, they're playing the fucking Coachellas and shit with rappers, and they're making networking that way. And they're just going to be like the metalcore guys for the rappers until the next group of dickheads come up and do it, you know?
Right. No, I get that. I get your sentiment, but I asked that question specifically because I was reading an article about Spirit Box, and it was after they came out with that song with the one rap chick, whatever her name is. I don't know.
I know who you're talking about. I can't
You know what I'm
remember her name, yeah.
Can't remember her name. But they did a collab song with that chick. And they were saying like in their because the interviewer asked this question in the article. You know, it's like, you know, what do you say about the people that are saying essentially what you're saying, right? And they're like, well, it's a good thing because it's bringing more eyes into heavier music and bringing new people that didn't listen to heavier music into an appreciation of heavier music, and it's a good thing for the whole genre because people are going to start looking for more of that stuff and inadvertently find more underground artists that are doing a really good job, and it'd be a good thing for them too, is what they were saying. And I get that sentiment to an extent, but yeah, if they like completely ditch like the underground and just do that, then yeah, that is kind of bullshit for sure.
Yeah.
If they're just like, yeah, if all that stuff that you just said is what they're thinking, then that sucks. Mm-hmm. You know, like Cody Jinks, I bring him up because he's an underground country guy, red dirt road, Texas country kind of situation. Mm-hmm. And underground, he always came out and Ashley and I saw him live in El Paso. He came out and they were chanting like "fuck Nashville." You know, Nashville's where the country industry's at, right? Grand Ole Opry. Yeah, and they're like fuck Nashville. Like these guys suck. They're not country. They're elevating these other country artists up to really high levels, and they aren't deserving because they're not even writing their own music. They're not even in a band. It's just a singer with some musicians behind them, and they don't even write their own shit. Yeah. So they're like, fuck that. And he had a album that got super popular and was on the radio and stuff. Then he kind of went back a little bit too, because I think he kind of realized I'm speaking for him, which I shouldn't be doing, but maybe he didn't mean to do this. Maybe he wanted to keep going on the fame. I don't know, but it seems like he did because he also came out with a new metal album. Yeah, yeah. It's not great, but it's still like I appreciate that because he.
When did this come out? Like
last year. Last year or year before that? I can't remember. It's 23 or 24.
Is it metalcore?
No. Actually, you might like it.
Is it like thrash metal or what?
No. It's like I only listened to part of one song, so I don't have a very great grasp on it yet. But it's maybe like doomy southern metal. He still has like a southern twang to his voice because that's who he is, you know? Right. But it's slower. It's not thrashy. It's not metalcore-y by any means.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'll have to listen to it. Get down here just out of curiosity. Jinx. Yeah. Gosh, I haven't forgotten it. It's like Kane. Where's my fucking phone? It's, but yeah, Cody Jinks. You've listened to some of it. I had you listen to some of his country music. You're like, oh yeah, I can appreciate it, but it's not my jam, you know? Right. But he did come out with a new metal album. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to go back to country, but I just wanted to do what I really love to. You know, this is the other part of me is because he was a metal band beforehand. Really? Yep. Before he did country, he was in metal. So he was he's a singer and guitarist of the band Unchecked Aggression from 98 to 2003 before transitioning country. Caned by Nod. In 2021, Jinx released a metal album, none the wiser, with his band Caned by Nod. So I guess 21. So actually quite a while ago now, but
okay, interesting.
Well, that was after he got blew up in the country scene. Then he took a break and did Caned by Nod in 21.
Is he a Tennessee artist?
No, I'm pretty sure he's Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay, yeah, I think you said that.
Yeah.
No, there's been good metal, good southern metal. I think Louisiana probably owns the stake on it, and just my personal opinion because I like sludge metal. Yeah, that's kind of where it came from. It was like Acid Bath and Down, Crowbar, shit like that. Pantera.
Yeah, I don't know where Maline's at, but they're like southern hard rock, I guess you could more say than anything else. But
yeah,
like heavy rock or something.
Yeah, it's like heavy rock for sure.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't listen to a whole lot of like that specific of like southern metal, you know? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times when it does pop up in my algorithm, which is retarded because it's it's like that douchey like cowboy hat with, like you were saying, with fucking heavy shitty guitar riffs in the background, but it's a country song. It's like, okay, you guys are fucking lame as hell.
Yeah, I sent you guys one like that the other day.
You did.
The girl.
You did. You son of a bitch. Yeah, that's right.
It said, thank you, Spirit Box.
Yeah, fuck that. That was crazy. That's really bad.
Yeah, really bad. I mean, it's literally just cut and paste. You can tell who these like weirdos are online too, because the music video is just them like walking on a dirt road with like a camera effect.
Yeah.
That I assume is on like Final Cut Pro, like just a preset thing.
Totally.
And then they just have cut and pasted shit that you can buy to put in your DAW software.
Yeah.
Which that's also a lame way to record, in my opinion, too. But I can give you all the tips on gatekeeping music stuff, dude. All you need is some mics and some fucking amps.
Yeah, right.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. God damn.
And it sounds better. And that's the fucking best part about it. And it's hard to do.
Yeah.
Which is why people don't do it. They just plug straight into their fucking interface, their guitar, put on a VST and fucking record the shittiest guitar tone you're ever going to fucking hear.
Mm-hmm.
Program the drums.
I hope people don't think I'm like absolutely disgusting. I'm like wiping my nose with my sweatshirt and doing this podcast. I'm not like super sick. I'm just like a little bit sick. I just have a little cold. Is all.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of colds.
All right. Just want to make sure.
I was not brainwashed by Anthony Fauci. I've had COVID a few times, and
yeah,
I'm still here.
It's not like a big deal. It sucked, but it sucks getting sick.
Yeah, some people died from it, which sucks.
Yeah,
okay, that's unfortunate. But I'm not like discrediting that happened.
It did happen.
Yeah, it's just for me.
It's not good.
I'm not.
It wasn't a good thing. I wasn't happy about it.
No,
but for a somewhat healthy individual, you're probably gonna be fine. If you got it.
And you mix in like doctor malpractice and just medical professionals that didn't know how to treat it, and then they treated it with essentially fucking a death sentence.
Yeah, that was the biggest part with COVID, which I do want to go back to gatekeeping, but real quick, that is one thing that really sucked about COVID is that a lot of the deaths, especially early on, they didn't need to happen.
No,
they put them on ventilators way too early, and once you get put on a ventilator, game over, dude. Yeah, your body's fucked.
I know a dude that had COVID real bad, and he has like respiratory issues. So he was having a hard time breathing, so he went to the doctor, and then they quarantined his ass for like 3 fucking weeks.
Jeez.
And would not let him leave. Like, wouldn't let him leave. And fucking, they kept, every day they would say, you have to go on a ventilator. You have to go on a ventilator.
Like, no.
And he's like, I'm not going on a ventilator. I'm going to fucking die, because you probably will.
Yeah, you
on
will.
A ventilator, because they're mechanically functioning your lungs.
Well, a lot of them, they were putting them on ventilators. I shouldn't say a lot of them because I didn't do that much research on it, but I read an article, and what the ventilators would do is like they'd essentially explode their lungs.
Yeah.
Like they would fill their lungs up with so much oxygen, then they'd breathe out, but it got to the point where they were like essentially not like exploding so they tore apart, but like they would get too much, and then they'd take them off the ventilator, and their body's like, I can't keep breathing like that, so I just won't breathe. Then
dead.
Game over, dude.
Yeah, they kept pressuring him to go on a ventilator, and then he's like, all right, I'll go on a ventilator if you can let me just have like an hour or two to just talk to my wife. And I guess one of the nurses is like, all right, I won't make that happen. And his wife came, and he left with his wife.
He just busted out of there.
Just busted out.
Like, fuck this, I'll deal with it my own.
Yeah.
Damn.
And he's perfectly fine now.
Good for him.
Some shit.
Good for him, because if he would have done it, there's a good chance he wasn't here.
Yeah. Know how he got better? Ivermectin Z-Pack.
Yep.
This is not like right-wing conspiracy nonsense, you know what I mean?
This is a normal dude. This is anecdotal evidence that you've seen firsthand. So,
yeah.
Like I said, you didn't see it firsthand, but hearing about it from firsthand account. So,
yeah, I have no reason to believe he's a liar.
Right. Yeah, but going back to gatekeeping, there needs to be more of that. Like, so in the hunting industry, there's a lot of this going on where it's like, so I recently went to the Wisconsin deer. It's called Open Seasons Expo in Wisconsin Dells, right? Mm-hmm. And at the show, there's the trophy room, right, where you go in there and a bunch of deer are getting scored. Like, there's some giant bucks in there, like really big, like just giant whitetails. You're like, holy shit, that's crazy. There's a whitetail in there that scored like 320 inches or some shit like that. Just ridiculous. Had shit fucking everywhere. Just crazy rack. And for Wisconsin especially, it's like, that's insane. Mm-hmm. Like ridiculous genetics. And you look at it, if you are in it for a while, like you start seeing a lot of big deer, get killed on like social media and by friends and all that stuff, right? You can tell a difference between like, and then you see like stuff on there coming from like Texas game ranches and stuff, which that's fine. I'm not dogging on that. If you want to go hunt like a Texas whitetail that's on a high fence ranch and they have the means of, handpicking the genetics that stay in there and the feed and the pressure, no pressure and all that stuff, right? They can grow gigantic racks, like ridiculously gigantic racks, but they're treating those animals like they're like show cattle, essentially, right? So they're taking really good care of them, feeding them like crazy, and not pressuring them, and their racks just grow gigantic, and genetics, all that stuff, and you can tell the difference because a lot of them have like very different looking racks. Like you look at that thing, you're like, that's not like a wild deer. There's no way. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So one of those was in Wisconsin. Looking at the rack, first of all, every other like deer in there, when you see a wild deer, they're like brown and they kind of get lighter close to the tips. And you have some that are like really white and some that are really dark brown, like they vary in color. This one was like almost like bleached white. You're like, well, that's weird. And he has so many points. A lot of the points were so sharp at the tips where you're like, he didn't rub a single tree at all. Like he couldn't have. Otherwise that tine would have broke, that tine would have broke, that tine would have broke, that tine definitely would have broke. Like there would have been a lot more breakage, but every point came to a very sharp point. And you're just like, something's fishy. And the taxidermy looked like shit. Like it's just a really bad taxidermy. Like if I shot a 320 some odd inch buck, I'd take it to the best taxidermist in the country.
Yeah.
Especially if it's going to be a state record. That's crazy. And the taxidermy looks like shit. Like really bad taxidermy. So there's a lot of hoopla about that. And working class guys, they posted on their page like, hey, does anyone know anything about this buck? Like, do you think it's legit or what? And there was some people on there like, what are you doing? Stop ragging on someone else. Is there any proof of it, being a pen raised deer or anything like that? Long story, what I'm getting at is there's in the hunting realm, there's a lot of people that are like getting mad at the gatekeepers essentially.
Yeah.
They're being like, just stick to your own. Like, don't worry about what other people are doing. It's like, yeah, but this is ruining the thing that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Like the guy goes out there and allegedly shoots a pen raised deer and tries to pawn it off as a wild deer so he can get the state record in Wisconsin.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Like this is something that I'm very passionate about. And that we're all very passionate about. It's 100% a DQ. Like it's not real. Like you can't do that.
No.
Like there is an asterisk. If you shoot pen raised deer, there's an asterisk on it because it's not wild. And this guy, who knows the story because he's not coming out and manning up to anything and saying what he did, what the real story is. He's not talking about it. He's wanted the state record. He wanted to fade into oblivion and have the state record.
Just to put something on his wall.
Just put some on his wall.
So his fucking dumbass buddies can come over and be like, holy shit.
That's fucking crazy, brother.
Dude, you are the coolest dude.
Yeah, it's so fucking cool. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you got away with that.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it is unbelievable. Because it's not true. It's not real. So it's just one of those things. Like there's some people that kind of get after the gatekeepers, if you will. And being like, just, hunters are tearing each other apart. Like you can't be doing this stuff because we need to stick together because there's already a bunch of anti-hunters, which has an element of truth. There's a lot of anti-hunters and anti-gunners out there that want to tear us apart, and we're tearing each other apart. We can't defend ourselves as well. But we also need
a niche group of people.
Yeah, but we also need to keep each other accountable.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're ruining the very thing that we love.
Agreed.
Kind of the same situation with like music and stuff, where it's like if we allow this to go unchecked, then it's going to ruin what we love. Mm-hmm. And that's not fair.
Yeah. And that's not saying like, every nice deer is a fucking piece of shit. Like every nice looking rack isn't a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like if you went out in the woods, stalked down, I don't know the term, so forgive me guys, but like fucking legitimately killed a wild animal. That's like super impressive. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that shit. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen pictures online of like people holding up like just fucking, you know, like something you'd see in like a Skinwalker or some shit.
Yeah.
Like something you'd see in like Diablo 4, you know, like just unbelievable thing. Is like, oh, that was like in a cage. Like,
Yeah.
They hunted that thing in like a 100 square mile cage or some shit, you know?
Right. Well, that's actually really big.
Yeah.
But like there are people that go on, they're called canned hunts.
Yeah.
So like in Texas, they do this sometimes where they'll, like the outfitter, the guy that owns the ranch, he'll take a picture of this deer and be like, hey, I have this deer. And people will be like, dude, I'll pay you fucking 30 grand to hunt that thing. And they'll be, okay, no problem. That'd be great. Pay them the 30 grand. And they're called canned hunts, and where they essentially take this deer. That's super impressive that they got paid a shit ton of money for this guy to come and kill. And they'll core on and off just a few hundred, like not even a few hundred acres, just like, I don't know, can them off. It varies in size, obviously, but let's say a canned hunt will be like, if there's a 10,000 acre ranch, they'll have a certain spot of that. Let's say it's a, 10 by 10 acre or a 10 acre fucking chunk, and they'll just put that deer in there. They'll be like, okay, sit in the stand, the fear will go off, he'll come over and you'll shoot him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's lame.
That is lame. But I'm also for, like, if you want to do that, and you have the money, go for it. Just be honest about it.
Yeah.
Like, I went and hunted this in a high fence Texas ranch, and I shot him because I wanted to. It's like, more power to you.
Yeah.
But be honest.
Yeah, the boys aren't gonna love it. You know.
I'm not gonna hold you up as being like a fucking badass hunter that I can learn from. You know.
Or respect, really.
Yeah, or like whatever.
Right.
But at least you're honest. Like, that's cool. Whatever. To each their own. But that's where I'll say to each their own. But when you're trying to pawn off a pen deer as like, I shot this wild animal. It's like, no, you didn't, dude.
No, it's not hunting.
It's not hunting.
I mean, it's, I guess, like, technically, I guess, like, he killed the animal.
Yeah, but there's a difference between hunting and killing.
Yeah.
That's what Dad always told us, too, when we were kids.
Might as well be poaching at that point.
Yeah. I mean, it's legal, so it's not poaching, but it's like, is it hunting? It's just, that's where you're harvesting, you know?
Yeah.
A lot of hunters like to say harvest now, too, to make it a little more politically correct.
Yeah. It's like the difference.
I still say kill.
It's a difference between a prostitute and an escort, you know?
Right.
The only difference is that the escorts are legal.
Yeah. You're still paying for company.
Yeah.
You know?
The prostitutes are a little worn down, a little ugly.
Yeah. But if you go, on that analogy, if you go out in the wild and start dating a really hot chick, that's really, really cool. It's like, you found a gem.
Yeah.
She's a really cool chick, super hot. And you're like, damn, good job, buddy. Mm. But if you're like, dude, I got this, even if the prostitute's super hot, you're just like, yeah, but you paid for it.
Yeah,
you
sure.
paid for that. Like, that's not.
Or it'd be like, if you went
you don't
out,
have game, brother.
You went out and fell in love with like a super hot chick, people are like, wow, dude, this dude's got some fucking game. I could probably learn something from that guy. Versus a dude that got a super hot chick through like an arranged marriage or like a sugar daddy situation. It's like, no, it's because he's got money.
Well, yeah. Like medieval times.
Yeah.
I don't respect any of those guys.
No.
Princes and kings and queens and shit. Pfft. I can't learn from you, dude.
Yeah, it's the same dude at the fucking Wisconsin Classic. Like,
yeah.
You just got given a fucking deer with really sharp antlers, dude. Or you had them fucking sharpened or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Bleached up.
That's a good analogy. I like that. Yeah. This is very, very oddly similar to hunting,
Yeah.
Okay. Before we move on, I need to go blow my nose quick.
Okay.
So I'll be right back.
Yep. Anyway, yeah, it's the same thing in fucking music too. Like, you can go on any Instagram reel of like the new modern deathcore metalcore band or something. Zoo Spirit Box, I keep bringing it up, but like, it's the perfect example just because it's just so perfect and everybody knows who it is. Like, you go to any of their videos and people are like, this isn't fucking metal. This is bullshit. Everybody will say that. And it's true.
It is true. I agree.
And fucking, then you'll get the swarm, dude,
Spirit Box
fans. I used to be one of those guys on the comments.
Oh, you used to get in there?
I'd get hundreds of them, man. I used to troll a lot of people.
When was this? Like, not that long ago?
This is a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But I don't do it anymore just because I don't have the fucking time or patience. And I got doxxed one time. That kind of freaked me out a little bit.
That's kind of freaky.
Yeah. But
well, you got doxxed a few times then.
Not just once. That was on the VAs. The VA.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, but
Okay.
like, then Swarm will fucking attack you. It'd be like, you don't like it, move on. This isn't fucking dad rock. This isn't fucking
You're right, it's not.
the bullshit. It's like, dude, relax. She's not going to suck your dick. You know what I mean?
You're right, yeah. Stop simping for it, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
But it's the same exact thing that you're saying. Like, the dude with the phony deer. It's the people with the fucking phony music,
Yep.
too. People, you just get
Just
the
phonies,
fans.
dude.
They invest shit in it. And it's not their fault, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
They've been duped.
Yeah.
They think this is like an underground movement,
right. But there is something to having a loyal fan base when you are doing it the right way, too, though, which I think is good.
100%. Kublai Khan's the best example of this.
Yeah.
Those guys busted their ass for, I don't even know how long has been Kublai Khan's been a band for, at least 15 years.
Yeah, at least.
And fucking they're rode hard, dude.
They're old road dogs, dude.
Yeah, they tour hard. They still do. They still drive themselves. They still sell their own merch.
Yeah, I think they're still in a van.
They're still in a van. Like, they are still doing the DIY. They're keeping, and they collaborate with a lot of people, and they collaborate with underground hardcore bands.
They do.
And I got nothing but respect for that band. Like I said, it's not like my thing anymore, really, but like,
2009 is when they formed, by the way.
oh, sure. Okay.
So-
So yeah, 15 years, 16.
Yeah, a while. But it's like they put in their time.
Yeah.
And whatever, I guess whatever popularity they've accrued is
A result of hard work.
it's a grassroots fucking organization, dude. Grassroots campaign.
Yeah.
And I like that. And you have a loyal fan base. Someone goes on their comment thread and is like, these guys fucking suck, and they get attacked. It's like, good. Mm-hmm. Like, but it's by loyal fans. Like, kind of the same way with like WCB and like myself and like podcasting and everything. It's like if we get shit on by some fucking dweeb on the internet, there's gonna be a lot of people that attack them.
Yeah.
And like
sure.
that's a good thing, I think. But
yeah.
on the flip side, there's the same thing where it's like if you have some phonies in the music world or the podcast world, the hunting world, and they somehow have some like fan base, it's like it seems a little bit shallower. Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely. I mean, the people that are attacking at that point are, like high level management, probably somewhere at some corporation or whatever.
Right.
That just only likes like people that sound successful.
Yeah.
Uptight douchebags.
Yep. It's just weird.
They're the same people that do paid hunts,
Yeah. Just weird.
Like, I'm not talking about African hunts, of course, but
Well,
that's a different
the thing
story.
with like African hunts is like we've gotten not slammed, but had some questions arise when we went to Africa the first time, especially, and they're like, "What the fuck, guys?" Like,
it's kind of a dangerous area.
yeah, it is.
If you're just to go out and set up a tent, you probably get fucking murdered.
Yeah,
Murdered by people or fucking, like lions.
there's no first of all in Africa, there's no such thing as DIY
No.
going out in the bush and hunting yourself. There's no, there's not none of that. You have to go with an outfitter,
It'd be like traveling to Afghanistan.
right?
You're going to bring security.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like that's just a guided hunt. It's not the same as a canned hunt or paying for.
Genetically mutated fucking species. Yeah,
Correct.
for sure.
Yeah, you're going on a guided hunt, and it's all private land in Africa too. It's like there's not a lot of. There are some preserves, but there can't be a lot because the fucking poaching is so bad in Africa.
Yeah.
So bad.
And the potential for risk is still there. Like, you could still go empty-handed,
Yeah,
potentially.
You could.
I mean, the odds are pretty low, but
very slim.
like if
but you
you
could.
suck, then it's going to reflect. Like, you're not going to have anything.
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they're not like bringing them in on a rope, like, here, shoot this one,
Yeah.
or nothing like that. It's like you're just going into an area that has a lot of animals, so your chances are going to be exponentially higher. But you do still have to hunt them. I mean, you still have to go in there and hunt them, whether you're sitting a ground blind or, walking, stalking them in the bush. Like, you still have to hunt them motherfuckers, dude. It's like you're not. And yeah, I mean, it is a much higher, much higher probability that you're going to kill something because it's odds, dude. and statistics. It's like hunting, like hunting in Iowa. If I go out and hunt in Iowa, if I'm just trying to shoot a deer, not hard. We have a lot of deer in Iowa. Mm-hmm. But when I'm trying to hunt a specific type of deer, that gets a little harder. And similar in like Africa or anywhere else you go, it's like if you're just trying to shoot something, then it's super easy.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just it's all different. It's all like has its it's all just situational based. Like the place I went to last time I went to Africa, I really wanted to hunt a kudu, and they just weren't there. Like they had a really bad drought, and there just wasn't kudu there. So if I was holding out and I only wanted to shoot a kudu on that place I was at, I would have went home empty handed because they had a very, very low population of kudu at that place that I went and hunted. So it's like, yeah, I would have went home empty handed, but I changed it up because I wanted to hunt something.
Right,
so
for sure.
But I don't know where are we going with that. Gatekeeping, that kind of stuff. Anyways, yeah.
No, I think gatekeeping is not a bad thing.
I don't think so either.
I mean, it's just my opinion, but like,
it's a bad thing to an extent.
Sure.
Like if you're just trying to keep people out, because you're like, for whatever reason, I don't know if this is in the music industry or very much at all, but it's like, okay.
But like, there's a difference between like gatekeeping to a point where you want to like preserve your artistic integrity, and maintain a certain ethos in the way that you do things, because that shit does translate into the music. Mm-hmm. Versus like you play a show and like you're so deranged by your hatred for fucking Spirit Box, that somebody in the crowd has a Spirit Box shirt and you fucking kick them out.
Right.
Then you're just being an asshole.
Yeah.
And that's like what people think gatekeeping is.
Right.
And it's just really not. I'm not you paid money to come and watch me play music. If you like my shit, you're welcome to like my shit. You're also welcome to like Spirit Box and my shit. That's cool too.
Because I'm not gonna lie, there's a few Spirit Box songs that I'm like, not bad.
Sure.
But
probably.
I wouldn't say I'm a Spirit Box fan either, though, at the same token. But it's like, yeah, like, so I think in the hunting community, especially in bow hunting, there's the biggest gatekeeping right now is crossbows.
Okay.
Where everyone's like, fuck crossbows. Shouldn't have an archery season, and you're gay if you do it. Yeah. And that's a big thing. That's a really touchy subject because there's a lot of guys that hunt archery season that use crossbows, and they're like, well, fuck you. Are you trying to say that I'm not a good hunter, or my deer sucks because I use a crossbow? And there's two different types of people. There's the people that are like, yes, you suck and you're gay for doing it. Or it's like guys are like, well, like I get that you're just trying to go out there and enjoy what we all love to do. But at the same time, you shouldn't, if you're an able-bodied man or able-bodied person, you shouldn't be using a crossbow. There's that. I shouldn't say there's three. And then there's the third, which is the people that are like, you gatekeepers suck. Those are the guys like, just let them do what they want as long as it's legal. It's like, yeah, I get all those sentiments to an extent, but it's like, at the same time, like we do have to draw the line somewhere. Whether it's hunting or music or whatever it is, it's like you have to draw the line somewhere, because otherwise you're just watering down the thing that you love and just ruining it, essentially ruining it. I
think if somebody told me like that they are a bow hunter and they use a crossbow, I'd probably say like, well, you're like kind of a bow hunter.
Yeah,
that's what I would say.
Yep,
I'd say you're like the equivalent to a muzzleloader guy. You got one shot.
Oh, yeah.
Within a certain range, it's not like a shotgun or rifle range.
Except you're using a muzzleloader during muzzleloader season.
Yeah.
So they have the seasons.
Okay,
like,
I can
only speak on like Iowa, and we have our seasons split up in a very smart way, I think.
Yep.
So there's really no discrepancies that I can really think of that are that bad. We can't use crossbows during archery season unless you're injured, disabled, or like really fucking old.
Yeah.
Like a senior citizen, right? And I think that's fine. But in some states, some people hate gun hunters because they're like, oh, you're a fucking gun hunter douchebag shooting all the deer and whatever else. And I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be like that in my opinion, because gun hunters need a season too. I love gun hunting. I think it's fun. I love doing it.
I'd say gun hunting.
I'm also in Iowa, and some people, like I was talking to my buddy, John Breeze, just did an episode with him. He was talking about in Kentucky, they start their gun season in like early November. And I'm like, okay, that's fucked up. Like they shouldn't be hunting deer with rifles in the middle of the rut. That's that's their most vulnerable time.
Yeah.
Like, you shouldn't have that much pressure on them while they're trying to fucking do it,
Yeah.
I think that's wrong.
No, yeah, I agree.
So, but in Iowa, we don't do that. So it's like kind of hard to bitch in Iowa. But if you're in a state like that where they allow gun hunting and rifle hunting during the rut, I'm like, ugh, yeah, you got something to bitch about then.
Sure. I agree with that, yeah.
I'm a gun guy. Mm-hmm. But I don't like that.
Yeah. No, I'm just used to, I guess, what is around here. I've never hunted anywhere else.
Right.
And my opinion on just optics alone is that, the shotgun guys are like the drunk rednecks that just go out and party hunt and fucking wipe everything out. And I think it's at a time that is probably appropriate to wipe a lot of those animals out.
Absolutely. Yep.
And bow hunting is a little more methodical and a little more thought put into it.
Yeah.
And, and that happens during the rut. So I guess, makes sense for sure.
100% agree on that too, where it's like the optics are there's a lot more gun hunters. So when they hit the field, it looks pretty reckless, especially when you're party hunting.
It is reckless.
It gets pretty. We've done it.
Yeah.
I still do it. And it does get. It can get kind of reckless. Well, I do it with a group now that they're all very, very safe. Yeah. They're not just drunk rednecks. They're actually the whole group is like super religious. Like when I say super religious, I mean like they're I can't even remember what denomination is now. Well, they're very strict, very strictly religious. They don't barely drink. They don't swear. Like they're very good people, very, very good people. And they're very, very careful, very safe. So I feel good about that. But it is a time where we gotta hunt deer. We gotta kill deer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
The population does need to be managed, and there's certain spots of the state that they just need a lot of deer shot, especially down there where I gun hunt and party hunt. It's like, dude, we shot like 42 deer, I think, last year or more in one weekend.
Damn. It's crazy.
A lot of motherfucking deer. But there's this one farm that's just completely overran with deer. We have to shoot them. We have to kill deer there. The farmer's just fucked, dude. Absolutely fucked. So there's just that. There's just different things. We have to take all that stuff into account. But I think Iowa's doing it right. And I'm happy to be living here as a hunter at the end of that story. But if they start talking about bringing crossbows in archery season, hell no, dude.
Yeah, I could see how that could be problematic for sure. I thought they had like their own separate season elsewhere.
Yeah, so in Iowa, you can use crossbows during late season. So when it's muzzleloader season, like late muzzleloader, like after gun season, you can use crossbows.
That makes sense to me, I guess.
Me too. Leave it there. That's fine. If you're a crossbow guy, then use it in January. Hunt deer. Do what you want to do.
Can you shoot from a tree stand with them bitches?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So I have a question. Can you shoot a shotgun from a tree stand?
From a tree stand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I did that the last time I went hunting, and I got that deer that way. And somebody told me that's not legal.
Oh, it's 100% legal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally legal and totally safe because you're shooting into the ground, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
It's actually the most safe.
Yeah. That's what I thought too.
Yeah. No, it's totally legal. Whoever told you that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. It was on public land, and I have no idea whose tree stand it was, but it's
public.
Probably DNR's.
It's public land, dude. The rules with public land is if you leave your tree stand up, then it's essentially public property. Anyone can sit in it. Even if I go out there and I hang my own stand.
Okay.
And I leave the sticks up and the stand up, and I go out there the next morning and someone's sitting in it.
You can't just take it down with them in it.
No, you gotta let them hunt. That's unsafe. It's like it's public property at that point. But that tree stand that you were sitting in, it's called a conservation stand.
Okay.
So they're left up year round.
Yeah.
By the conservation puts them up every once in a while, like every so often in some places. So.
Gotcha. See, that's the difference between gun hunters and bow hunters too. Gun hunters don't even know the fucking laws. That's how much they don't care about them.
Well, that's not true.
I'm joking.
A lot of them do. I do.
I'm just fabricating fucking controversy.
Well, you're doing a good job of it, Jordan. But, there's definitely some out there that do that, though. There's some bow hunters that do that same shit, too.
Oh, yeah,
So,
for sure.
Just shitty people.
And there's morons
all over the
everywhere.
place. Yeah. But, oh, Jesus. Oh, my gosh. One thing I want to talk about. You've been paying attention to Sig Sauer at all?
The last thing I saw from Sig was they put out a big statement saying that no, in fact, the P320s are not shooting themselves.
Yeah.
And sorry, go on.
No, you're good. What are you saying?
I was gonna say the fucking retards.
Yeah. So, like, for anyone listening that hasn't been keeping up with like the Sig Sauer controversy and stuff, there's been for the past few years now. This is kind of older news, I guess, but the past few years there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Sig Sauer and specifically the P320. So the P320 is like a polymer framed handgun, but the difference is like with Glocks and Smith and Wesson MPs and stuff, they have triggers that have a safety mechanism built into the trigger, right? Mm-hmm. So there's no external safety. There's a safety mechanism built into the trigger, so it takes a finger to pull the trigger to make it go boom, right?
Yep.
The P320, they're just using a regular ass, like, there's no safety whatsoever on it.
Yeah.
Right? So the safety is the fact that it's an internal firing pin, and if you don't pull the trigger, then it's not going to go off, right? Is what they claim. And that's what it should be. But there's been a lot of people and a lot of videos. I've seen a lot of these videos of guys with their P320s holstered, and it just goes off in the holster.
There's countless videos of that. Yeah.
I seen one specifically too where this guy was shooting the range, like doing his thing, and he reholstered, finger off the trigger, puts the 320 in his holster, goes to pull his hand out, and it just goes off. He's like, "What the fuck?" You know, but like Sig Sauer looks at that and they're like, well, you were using a faulty holster that, you know, had something inside of the holster that got inside the trigger and pulled the trigger as you're pushing in, right? But that video, you see it fully lock in. His Blackhawk Serpa holster, some shitty holster.
Yeah.
It
But
has
that's
that
not
bullshit
the
in there.
Serpas don't do that though.
No.
But the issue with the Serpa is just where the fucking the release is located.
Yeah.
So that you could press it too hard and too fast, and then you can come back and pull the trigger.
You shouldn't be able to in the Serpas, but like that's what Sig Sauer says, where it's like, yeah, using a shitty Blackhawk Serpa.
So they don't even know the fucking holster technology. Go on.
Right.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely. But then I saw another one where it's like a cop, and they're using a Safariland holster, which is a really nice
Tried and true, baby.
tried and true holster. And I don't even think he had his hand on the gun at all. He was just walking, and it just went off and it shot him in the leg. Crazy shit. A lot of videos like that with Sig Sauer. And so there's like, I don't know, there's hundreds of lawsuits right now with Sig Sauer. And I just want to read their statement. So they put out a statement, and we're talking like hundreds of lawsuits, right? And the statement that they came out with, this came out March 7th, 2025. It says, this is from Sig Sauer themselves. They said the P320 cannot, under any circumstances, discharge without a trigger pull. That is a fact. The allegations against the P320 are nothing more than individuals seeking to profit or avoid personal responsibility. Recently, anti-gun groups, members of the mainstream media, trial attorneys, and other uninformed and agenda-driven parties have launched attacks on one of Sig Sauer's most trusted, most tested, and most popular products, the P320 pistol. In all cases, these individuals have an ulterior motive behind their baseless allegations that the P320 can fire without a trigger pull. They have no evidence, no data, and no empirical testing to support any of their claims. They instead choose to misrepresent clear, negligent discharges as a design problem. In the decades since its introduction, the P320 has undergone the most rigorous testing and evaluation of any firearm by military and law enforcement agencies around the world. It consistently delivers a proven record of performance and reliability through state-of-the-art engineering and documented quality control at every stage of its production. Claims that unintended discharges are anything more than negligent handling and/or Claims that unintended discharges are anything more than negligent handling and/or manufactured lies to support an anti-gun, anti-SIG agenda are false. Furthermore, lawsuits claiming that the P320 is capable of firing without the trigger being pulled have been dismissed in courtrooms around the country. In addition, multiple plaintiffs, so-called experts, have conceded it is not possible for the P320 to discharge unless the trigger is fully actuated. The rhetoric is high, and we can no longer stay silent while lawsuits run their course. And clickbait farming, engagement hacking grifters continue their campaign to hijack the truth for profit. Enough is enough. From the courts of law to the court of public opinion, we will combat the lies and misinformation with the truth. Sig Sauer stands behind the quality, safety, and design of all of our products, especially the P320. Industry, take notice. What's happening today to Sig Sauer with the anti-gun mob and their lawfare tactics will happen tomorrow at another firearms manufacturer, and then another. Today, for Sig Sauer, it ends. What do you think of that?
That's the issue. Is they did. The issue with that statement is that they basically said it's not our fault, it's your fault.
Yeah.
And they're not. These things are doing it. Like that's not a myth,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like they are. Some dude explained it on a video I watched a long time ago, and I can't remember. Because this is the reason I never got a SIG, why I never got a P320, because I've shot them before, and I was like, damn, they actually feel kind of nice.
They feel great.
You know, their ergonomics are good.
Trigger pull's great.
Yeah, triggers are great. Like
They're just heavy enough.
Objectively, the way they shoot are better than Glock out of the box.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I ended up going with the Glock because my buddy said, fuck all that shit, just get a Glock. So that's what I did.
Yep.
And there's so many aftermarket parts that Glock is the king in that aspect, in my
It
opinion.
really is. Yeah.
But, you know, they're not perfect out of the box, and SIG's pretty good out of the box. But also the thing, too, is that, I looked it up, and, like, this has been going on for a long time. Like, this isn't
A few years.
Yeah, it's not a new thing. So I just never got one because I just never wanted to have, like, an appendix carry and get shot in the fucking dick.
Dude, that'd be the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I appendix carry whenever I everyday carry. That's how I do it, generally.
Yeah, me too. It's the best way.
I feel super safe with my Glock.
Yeah. Well, I know
But-
my Glock's not going to go off.
Right.
They don't do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing. So, like, a lot of people that are, you know, kind of letting SIG have it, the biggest thing is, like, why aren't Glocks and, you know, MPs and CZs and all this, why aren't all these other guns just going off? Like, CZ has an external safety, so it's like,
Right.
as long as you have the safety on, you're good. But it's like, even then, those are double action, single action pistols. And P320s are just polymer framed striker fired pistols.
Yeah.
But why aren't any of the other striker fired pistols just going off randomly?
Yeah. There's something fucked up inside. And I can't remember exactly what it is. Fuck. Whatever. I wasn't prepared for this.
No, you're good.
Yeah, the issue with that statement, though, is they're saying it's not you, it's not us, it's you.
Yeah.
And it's the fucking, this weird twisted, they're taking advantage of the political climate, too, and saying that, like, you know, no, it's these weird lefty gun owners. Like,
Yeah.
bro, you don't even know your fucking demographic.
But it's not even like, so in SIG's defense, there are a lot of anti-gun. So, like, the ACLU, I believe, also filed some shit against them. They're not pro-gun. You know, so there are anti-gun organizations going after them because the anti-gunners are seeing this happen, and they're like, oh, this is easy, like low-hanging fruit to attack. Mm-hmm. So there is some of that coming on. But the main thing is the majority of these lawsuits are coming from P320 owners, gun owners, supposedly, like, from what I've been reading, a lot of them are very pro-2A, and they're just getting shot
Yeah, for
by
sure.
their guns without pulling the trigger. And they're like, dude, I know firearm safety. I'm not pulling the fucking trigger. This gun is just unsafe.
Yeah.
And early on, Sig Sauer did, back in August of 2017, Sig Sauer began offering a voluntary upgrade program. So it's not a recall, because a recall would be admitting that there's something faulty. Mm-hmm. So it's not a recall, but it's a voluntary upgrade program on the trigger.
So they just send them a new trigger?
No, you send your 320 in, they put it in for you and do it all for you and send it back. So it's a voluntary upgrade program, but they refuse to call it a recall because they're like, hey, even if you have an old trigger, it's still fine. But you can upgrade to the better trigger, a safer trigger, if you voluntarily send it in. Mm-hmm. But they're still standing behind their old triggers.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude.
It's stupid. And it's stupid and it's unsafe. Like, that's the worst part about it, is that it's costing people fucking potentially life and definitely some sort of, tissue loss.
Yeah. Yeah. There was one guy, he was, I can't remember his name, but I think he had his gun, he put it on he had his holster and he went to pull it off of his belt and it went off. Shot him in the leg, almost bled out, fucking still has a bunch of nerve damage because it hit him in the outside of his thigh and shot him through the thigh. Still has a bunch of nerve damage, and he won an $11 million lawsuit against Sig.
Yeah, I didn't know which one you're talking about with that.
So it's like, there's clearly something going on. And if it happens even once, it's too much, and it's happening more than that. You're talking about hundreds of times this has happened, and how many times has it happened where people are just like, oh shit, that was fucking weird, no harm, no foul, no one got hurt, but I'm not using that gun anymore.
Yeah.
Probably a lot. So we're talking about potentially like thousands of 320s out there that are just like fucking primed to detonate at any moment.
Yeah, and it's gonna hurt their market share. I mean, like, it's gonna hurt their sales for sure, because like I won't even buy anything Sig Sauer.
I'm not gonna lie, like it's hard for me too.
Yeah. Number one is the P320 situation. Like, it's unsafe. They have not taken any accountability. And it's such a fucking easy fix. And all you have to do, it could happen.
Recall, dude.
They lost a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. They go, okay, guys, we paid it out, but we got to fucking fix this shit.
Put out a recall.
What I mean? Yeah, just recall them. Fix the fucking trigger, send them back, and then don't go back to the old manufacturing process ever again.
Yeah, you lose an $11 million lawsuit. Just recall the guns. Just recall them, fix them. If they are fixable, fix them and send them back out and fix your name.
Yeah.
I like Sig Sauer. I think they make good stuff for the most part. Like the P226 is great. It's a great fucking handgun.
Sure.
It's a single action, double action handgun. It's got an actual external hammer. But it's like, that's Navy SEALs use them forever. Back in the day.
Yeah.
Like they're a good tried and true tested handgun. Mm-hmm. And then the P320 comes out and it's better, but it's unsafe. It's like, dude, you can't do that. Just recall the guns, fix the issues, and fix your name, and be done with it. It'll be a blemish on your record, and then you move on. But this fighting it like this, especially using that type of verbiage, like you said, taking advantage of the political climate by using lawfare and anti-gun groups coming after us and all this stuff, trying to rile up that, I guess, temperament of being like, we're the victim, not these people getting shot by our guns.
Yeah. And they're also contributing to the anti-gun climate too, by allowing all these videos to continue to go out of people getting shot. It's a mechanical failure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not an ND, you know what I mean? So
right.
They're a part of the problem.
Yep. And with the M17, the P320 for the military,
yeah,
they have external safeties on them because the military made them put external safeties on them. In order to win that contract, it had to have an external safety. So theoretically, I haven't heard of this happening with any of the M17s. I haven't heard it from even the civilian use M17s. The guys that have those, they're like, it's perfectly safe. Haven't heard of one time an M17 going off when it shouldn't go off because there's an external safety.
Yeah.
The P320 doesn't have an external safety, and they're prone to going off. So it's like, dude, I don't know. That rhetoric is kind of bullshit. It's not kind of bullshit. It is bullshit because it's like, what are you guys doing? Like, these are your customers.
Mm-hmm. They're getting shot by your shit because of you.
Yeah. And you're just, like you said, you're just looking at them and saying, fuck you, you suck.
Yeah. Guy that almost lost his fucking leg. Yeah. Almost died.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
That's like not good for the gun community or them as a company,
No. And then like to blame the holsters is also pretty stupid. Because like, don't get me wrong, they're out there. Like there are some pretty shitty made Kydex holsters out there. But like you could make one. You could make a safe one at home.
Oh yeah,
like pretty easily. You know what I'm saying?
Black Hawk
like,
Serpas are gay.
Black Hawk Serpas, they're stupid, lame. It's tactical LARP weird shit. But there's nothing inside it that's pressing the fucking trigger.
I've never heard of
unless they were rolling around in the dirt and the fucking rock got in there or a stick.
But even then, you should be able to have a safe gun even when it's all dirty. You know,
you should, yeah.
But even like with
but the Safari Lands, that's not
doesn't make any sense.
No, otherwise there'd be a lawsuit against Safari Land.
Yeah,
there'd be a lawsuit against Black Hawk.
Why hasn't Black Hawk Serpas made any other gun go off?
Why?
Randomly?
Yeah, why are they not paying out $11 million, but the fucking firearms manufacturer is?
Exactly.
They're full of shit. They're retarded. Fuck
I
them.
think so. This whole thing has been a bit of a stain on the community, I think, as well, which is pretty sad. And it's just like
they could fix their image really easily. Well, before that, because they just say, yes, there was an issue. We paid it out. We, did the crime, did the time, essentially, and we're recalling the fucking P320s that were made before this date, and we're sending everybody out new models of the fucking better one.
Back in 2017, if they would have, instead of having to be a volunteer upgrade program, if they would have issued a recall and be like, hey, it happened one time. Shit, it happened one time. As a company, one time's too many. This is a very safe gun. Happened one time. We're recalling all the P320s. If you don't send it in, at your own risk, dude. Mm-hmm. But recalling them, open recall, we're going to fix them and send them back out. If it happens again, we're going to do this again, or we're just going to discontinue that product.
And guess what? Probably 50% of people won't send them back for the recall.
No.
So like I'm sure they're worried about like, how do we have the manpower to fucking fix all these guns?
Absolutely.
And it's like, well, not everybody's going to send them in. Hardly. No. I would probably wager less than 60% of people would. Because I mean, if you look at car companies that do recalls, I get recall letters all the time for shit. I don't ever get it fixed. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times too, they'll fix it without even telling you.
Oh,
you take it for an oil change if it's something simple.
Okay.
They'll be like, oh, there's a recall for this.
Yeah,
it's free. No.
Well, there you go. They can do that with fucking gun shops, FFLs.
Yeah. This is how you fix it. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Here's the parts.
There's a bunch of different ways they could have done it better, And also, manpower or whatever else and losing money. I get that. That sucks. But lawsuits suck worse. And staining your brand sucks even way worse. Yeah. So you got to protect the brand, dude.
Losing sales plus losing lawsuits, that's bad.
Above all else, you got to protect the brand. And if this is happening, then if that would have happened to my company, I'd have been like, all right, R&D, R&D fucking group over here. What are you doing? Why am I paying you?
Yeah.
You can't make a fucking safe gun. That's number one priority.
Especially
safety.
What you're paying for a Sig Sauer. They're not cheap. I mean, they're the most expensive entry-level gun out there.
Yeah. Well, they're cheap now. If you buy them secondhand.
They suck.
Dude, I've been seeing P320s on auction sites going for like $200-$300.
But I mean, that's why people get a Smith & Wesson instead of a Sig Sauer, is because they don't got Gucci gun money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They want to buy a $350 gun, not a fucking $750 gun.
Absolutely. And, like Glocks do, because I think 320s are fucking over $1,000.
Probably are now for sure.
I think they are. Let's just see, P320 for sale.
But yeah, they should have the means to fix that shit, considering what they make people pay for them. Mm-hmm. Because the technology it's not worth that price tag.
No, it's not. Let me see here. Let's go to Bass Pro. No, I don't want to go there. That's M18. But yeah, they're not fucking. They're more expensive than damn. Yeah, here you go. Sig Sauer P320 X5 Legion. So it's like the Guccier model, but it's not $1,000.
Okay.
At Sportsman's Outdoor Superstore. But just a standard P320. It's kind of hard to find right now. Here you go. $549 right now on sale, but it was $679 for just a standard model. So it's like, I guess they're right there with Glock and shit, I guess. But if it's not safe, then what are you doing?
Yeah. It's not worth it. That's for sure.
I won't be using them.
No, I've always thought they were kind of stupid, to be honest with you. But
P320s?
yeah, I've had friends that had them, and I've shot them, and they loved them. You know what I mean? And they were always like people that just had too much money, in my opinion. And it's just thought they were lame, I guess.
But when you shot them, you just said they were nice.
No, they are nice, but I think what they stood for before the fucking safety issues was just that's what the trust fund kid gets.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I can see that. But because I shot a P320 at a gun range one time. I'm like, damn, this is pretty nice.
They feel nice, for sure.
They do feel nice. And they shoot nice. Mm-hmm. Definitely better than Glock stock, like you said. But man, I'd much rather buy a Glock and fucking
pimp it out. Yeah,
much rather do that.
Yeah.
Or a M&P. I think M&Ps are still nice.
They're fine.
I like them.
They're perfectly fine. Mm-hmm. I think, because I carry an M&P 9 compact, and I think I've spent considerable time on the range with it, and I think it honestly, out of the box versus like a Glock 19, I think the M&P 9 compact feels better.
Yeah.
I mean, already has good stippling on it. It has a nice grip angle. The trigger fucking sucks ass, but stock Glock triggers kind of suck too.
They do suck. The MP trigger isn't as bad as a lot of people think. I think it's just different, but it's not. Yeah, it's not good. It's not.
Yeah,
good
I mean,
trigger.
you're splitting hairs with saying that it's like the worst trigger on the market. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not vastly noticeable to the majority of people how bad the trigger is compared to like a Glock.
My biggest complaint with Glock is the stippling. It's like the grip. The grip on Glocks fucking suck.
Yeah, big time.
And that's like very important.
Yeah.
When you're wanting to shoot, you know, it is not very aggressive. It's slippery. It's just not great.
It's terrible. Yeah, it's just a CNC'd fucking squares.
Yeah, garbage.
Fucking
garbage.
Just do what M&P does, or Smith & Wesson does on their M&Ps, and get that aggressive texture on it.
Yeah, because that's more of a rubberized, like, aggressive texture on that. That's nice.
It's almost like an acid stippling, or whatever it's called.
I've been thinking about getting just, like, skateboard tape, or have you ever heard of Handle It grips?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some of those instead. Or
you don't have
stippling.
You don't have to permanently modify your shit with that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can just, if it wears out, you just take it off.
Yeah.
Replace it.
Yeah. Or getting it stippled. But that's faster. Just slap some skate tape on it, essentially.
Yeah. And you can kind of stuff shit in it, too, if you want to make it fatter.
Yeah.
I've seen people do that. I've never done that, but
I wouldn't do that, but you could do that. But the Handle It grips actually looks pretty nice. It's just skateboard tape cut to fit on the Glock, you know, or whatever handgun you want to put it on. But they have like different aggressiveness. Like they have some that's like super aggressive, like really bites in there. They have some like softer stuff and everything else. So we're looking into that quite a bit. I think I might slap some of that shit on there before we start shooting USPSA.
Yeah. It's only going to make it better.
Yeah, it will.
If you don't like it, just take it off.
But you plan on still doing that this summer, don't you?
Yeah, for sure.
Me too. I got to shoot at least one. I just want to shoot one.
One of my customers is pretty excited to see us out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He goes.
Does he run it?
No, he doesn't run it. He's just a hobby guy. He's a retired Army guy.
Oh, nice.
Black Hawk pilot. Good shit.
Fuck yeah. You should talk to him. Tell him to come on the show.
I could. Yeah, next time I'll poach it to him.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if that'd be anything he might be interested in, but
is he old?
He's like probably 50.
Okay. Well, we'll go shoot a match, get to know him a little bit, and go from there.
Yeah. Nice, cool dude.
But that's the other thing with the USPSA shooting. I think it'll, help with networking in that realm as well.
Yeah. Probably.
Nice. Be fun. But, well, I don't want to keep you too much longer, so appreciate you coming on. We've been going about a little over almost an hour and a half now. So.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Jordan. Thanks for hopping on. I think we're going to do this more often just because I've been getting kind of sick of, like, I've been doing just a lot of BS episodes, and I'm really getting sick of fucking over the phone.
Yeah.
Dude, like, remote podcasting like that, it's good when you need to do it, but it's not good for all the time. I'd much rather, like, sit here and talk to you about this kind of stuff rather than over the phone, Sometimes you have to make it work, but I don't know, doing it in person is so much better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember when we were doing V for V, I hated doing like the Zoom calls and shit.
Yeah.
Drove me nuts.
Yeah. If we're just doing a BS episode, it's like a lot easier to do with like this, wherever else. So yeah, I don't know. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
I can do this more often.
Thanks for having me on. It's fun.
Hell yeah, brother.